Welcome back everyone to Mordor, where we are looking for the path to the Dwarven hold, wherever they may be living. We're also checking some ash here, and nothing much found here so far, except maybe an occasional worm, or an occasional beast of other kind. Yes, these worms get aggressive at times. So I like to keep them quiet. Now what I am going to need to do is at some point get some better damage with my weapon. This isn't making a dent in this worm here. Let's see. Now, I have this expeditionary spear here. Now, it does quite a bit more damage than mine, of course, but I lose all these things like... I wonder what would happen if I did use that, just out of giggles, next time I fight against something, because I've been taking a bit time to kill something, but I lose my legacies by doing that. And that's always a problem. Somehow testing that on a Drake was not my idea of the best way to test a different weapon. I suppose this bat might be a nice target for it. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa! Where's Rotwing? I saw that pop up come on. I said, no, I don't want to be anywhere around here when Rotwing pops up. Yeah. There's no way a level 110 is going to solo Rotwing. That's a raid encounter, if I recall correctly. And it can do some nasty things on a 115 raid. Right? Let's see. 115. Oh, actually, no, it's only full fellowship. Oh, only full fellowship. Yeah, right. They'll still squash me, even if it's not quite a raid encounter. But I think it's time for me to wend my way around here and not worry about testing my spear at the moment. But at least it wasn't too far worse off on the damage than I was on the legendary. But I will need to do a better test to see if it is in any way effective or not. Actually, it might be better to do that test on a little skirmish. Because at least then I know better how the mobs will react and the like, and I won't be ambushed by Rotwing in the middle of it. We also have these guys. Actually, let's test how this thing works against this guy. The Order of the Eye is someone that we're going to have to fight at some point anyway. Actually, he's going down pretty swiftly. So, this may actually work. Though it might be Black Numenorian Slayer of Dor Amarth. Oh, wonderful. I wonder if it'd be better if I actually try to hit him with the pointy part of the sword, of the spear. Hey, yeah, like that. Like that last little thrust right there. There we go. And yeah, I might actually be doing more damage with this. As I said, I will try to do a skirmish or two with it, and maybe, just maybe, I skipping my ash piles. Between blathering on and trying to avoid rotwing, I missed 2 ash piles there. Actually, I think there are more than 6, so it wouldn't have been that bad, but it's good not to miss those things. There you go, and a little chest. This is the way... Speaking of ash pile locations, alright, I've managed to find 6 of them. So I've done that, and we'll report on that after I get back. So therefore we continue along this path, which is a bit overgrown, but I suppose not the most well-maintained thing. Now, this well, not the healthiest plant in the world, but this is Mordor, not exactly where you're going to find the healthiest plants in the world, let's face it. Well, actually, I take that back. Any plant that could survive in the environment of Mordor has to be, to some extent, healthy. It may look dreadful. It may be corrupted. A few small crystal lamps up here, alright? So this is the crystal path. Yes. It may look horrible. It may look dreadful. It may look black. It may look like it's potentially sickly. But just think of all the struggles and miracles. Any plant that is not basically fundamentally healthy in whatever it is will not be able to last 10 minutes in this land. You'll need a very hardy plant to do that. Now, of course, it might also have some very hardy defenses, but that's an entirely different matter. Hello, Gimli! You want me to enter into the spire? Okay. Let's go. Now we're inside Lugosh. And, well, there are dwarves inside. And there's Spockorth. Hello there, Spockorth.
How have we fallen so far?
Ah, at last you have come. I spoke with Mistress Zorith, and she was pleased to learn that the strange invaders were driven out. She wishes to focus on her research in the heights of the spire, so I do not think we need to worry about her for now. Now that that's settled, I have a few duties to perform about the spire. If you would aid me in some of them, perhaps Gimli will have more time to ask me some questions. All right. In other words, quest giver.
Enough of this standing around.
It often falls to me to ensure that my folk best serve Mistress Zorith, and as of late, that has meant tireless work. Our searches for Sauron's trinkets have not borne fruit, and the mistress has become impatient. If we do not find something soon, I fear we shall lose her favor. And what would become of my folk then? Nothing good, I think. In addition, a few tasks of my own. My brethren here in the barracks and down the forges below have quite a few tasks to finish. Will you aid them while I speak with Gimli? Alright, fine. So therefore I need to aid Drary, Frecky, Zversting, and of course Sparkorth. What a set of names. Okay, let's see what Sparkorth wants first.
Our fortunes are lost and our people broken.
For my part, I have but one task for you, and it is one of dire importance to my folk Pineleaf. The men of the Order of the Eye have been searching Dor Marth and the ruins of Barad-dûr for Sauron's artifacts since his fall, and they have taken careful note of all they have found as his mistress Zorith. One of my folk, Zversting, once told me of a rumor shared with him by Mistress Zorith. She told him that King Greytooth was still held within the deeper dungeons of the Dark Tower, but she would speak no more of it when the rumor spread among us. I must know if mistress spoke true. Does my king still live? The order has sent expeditions all across Dwarmarth, from the deepest depths of the black pits of Mordath to the very gates of Lugosh. I would ask that you seek out their leaders and see if they bear any missives or orders that speak of King Greytooth. So therefore, I must find expedition leaders and borrow their orders. And since they're most likely not going to be pleased to give us that information, we may have to relieve it from their cold dead fingers. Hello there. Is there something you need me to do for you?
We endure as we always have. That is our way.
Since I returned to the spire, I have noticed a few of the smiths of my kin looking unwell. They have toiled tirelessly for the mistress, and I think their hunger has finally caught up to them. In truth, we all hunger. We are allowed only meager rations of old meat and overripe vegetables. The folk of Nirn bear the burden of feeding all of Mordor, and there is little left for us once Mistress Zoret's kin and the orcs have had it. The measly rations that still remain are piled about here in the barracks, and I would have you gather them for the smiths. My kin may be displeased, but the health of our folk is worth more than one missed meal. Offer the smiths a brief respite and some rations, and if the mistress is displeased with me for allowing it, she can speak with me herself. Well, that's pretty strong language. But the question is, how will he feel when the mistress is right in front of him trying to speak with him? I have a feeling there may be some matters on that. Yeah. Oh, yes. Now let's take care of rations. We need to collect some rations here. And over here. Okay, oh, that was just a trick of the light. Hello there. Is there something you need me to do? Dreary?
This is no home for a dwarf.
Hail, Pineleaf. So finally you have come to Lugosh, eh? It is not very fitting to a home for dwarves, but the mistress must be kept us from the deathless and the others of her kin. Or so she did until Sauron fell. Ah, now this ridiculous Order of the Eye won't leave us be. They actually believe he'll come back again. A foolish lot they are. If they were harmless, I'd leave them to their fantasies. But now they have come to the spire. They have tortured and killed my kin, all to gain Mistress Zoret's knowledge of Sauron's artifacts. What would we know? We are her servants, not her trusted allies and advisers. If you wish to aid me, bury my kin upon the fields of the surrounding Lugosh. They deserve that final honor. Oh, come to think of it, if those cultists are snooping around outside, bury them as well. Even if he does not come back again, I don't want them to be around to see it. Okay, yes. Alright, yes, Sauron will never return, but if I'm wrong in that, could you see that the Order of the Eye isn't around in order to witness such things? Because last thing he wants is the Order of the Eye to say, I told you so. I told you so. I told you so. And Ash. Oh, there's a bit of rations right here behind him. Oh, good grief. I'm going in circles. And there's only one set of that left. And now that means we have to find the way down the stairs. Oh, that is always fun. Actually, I don't think it's... No, because that's the way upstairs. So there has to be away and downstairs, right? That's upstairs. Upstairs and downstairs. Okay, that will be... Oh, actually, turn on my speed boost. Yes. And that is... I always manage to do a full circle of this place looking for the... Wait. Is I just here? Oh, wait a moment. I was right next to it. All right. Let's find those mitts. Hello. Here, have a bite to eat. I must return to work now. Well, personally, I think he needs a little bit more rest, but... Oh, well. Here, have a little something. What are they making all this for, anyway? Aye, aye, this will do. Yeah. How about that? Okay. You have my thanks. Okay, I will pick up that other quest later, since I don't want anything to scroll off my bar at the moment. There you go. Here's some food. Ooh, the promise of a full belly. Yeah, and here's a little bit of food. Ooh, okay, and there's be a couple of more dwarves around here. Good. Now this is the only one that can be finished inside. The rest of them will all require me to go about and go outside and do all sorts of nasty things out there. Good. And that means then that all we need to do, well, we have to turn this in, but that's upstairs. Oh. Alright, fine. I'll remove treasures forgotten from here. Okay. Hello there! Is there something you need me to do?
We endure as we always have. That is our way.
At last we meet, Pineleaf. Sparkoth told us of the aid you brought to his expedition, and I wish to look upon the outsider myself. You may call me Versting, and I am the forge master of Lugash, and the most skilled smith of all the stout axes that remain in Mordor. Aye, we are not as many as we once were, but it brings me great pride nonetheless. My works have earned me a great deal of Mistress Zorath's favor, and she has told me of a great rumor she learned by spying upon the men of Barad-dûr. She claims that our imprisoned king still lives, locked away in the depths of the Dark Tower. It is too great a tale for me to believe at once, but what if it were true? If King Greytooth were to return to his people at last, he must have a weapon befitting a king. Sparkoth tells me that you wish to aid us. Is that right? Yes. I would ask that you bring me wood from abandoned banner poles and chunks of sharp obsidian from the bank of the lava flows. Also, should you encounter any of the shards of Barad-dûr that were hurled from the Dark Tower as it fell, gather as much of it as you can. That's gonna make a great weapon. Okay. It appears the smiths appreciated the little extra food.
We endure as we always have. That is our way.
Aye, that will do for now. We must share wisely the food that Mistress Zorath provides us, my friend. Hunger is a burden we stout axes must all bear, and as kin we bear it together. I hope some good fortune comes to us once we find what the mistress desires. We don't know what she desires, but I have a feeling a certain hobbit is not in her plans. What is she planning? And what will we find out when we collect all this stuff? That answer will be in the next episode of Pineleaf in Mordor.